Oh, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jay Cancer, that is, and welcome to Streaming with Jay. All right, we're gonna get right into it for this commentary. Let's go. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jay Cancer. This is like Streaming with Jay commentary or reaction edition. So it's Friday. Hope you got paid. I hope you bought your drinks. I hope you're dancing. You're doing 10:13 p.m. And I'm coming with you with some, disturbing clips and whatnot. So everyone's favorite edgelord, or I guess Giga Chad, this guy again is back with his crazy hot rage baity takes. If you didn't know, this gentleman is named Myron Gaines, and as you know, Myron Gaines is the co-host of a men's podcast called Fresh and Fit, where they deal with finances, women, and finance, dating, and business. I don't know. Oh, fitness, finance, and dating. There you go. So basically, he's one half of it. The other one is a very stuttering dude. But if you didn't know, just long story short, they've been beefing with two Canadian comedians on YouTube named Aber and Breach. But I digress. You want to know the story? Go look it up. It's on YouTube. There's so many videos out there. Not covering. My thing is, Mr. Myron Gaines has this tendency to go off on racist rants or edgelord or freaking, I don't know, whatever rants this man goes on. But this man is just out of control, and it seems like he needs to be stopped. He was on a video recently that I come across over the last day or last 24 hours. And shout out to the gentleman who's in the video, Tom Foolery. I'll leave his link to the original video in the description. You can check it out. And just so you know, viewer discretion advised. And I'm going to be bleeping out a lot of it because it is very egregious and very insinuatory and derogatory statements towards a protected race. So just so you know, there's a lot of that. I'm going to be muting it anytime it comes up. So hopefully that is good. I'm going to try to condense it down. But there's a couple of clips and whatnot. So I'm taking that out. So you're not going to be able to hear the curse words, but you will see the clips. You'll see him arguing whatnot, but he'll just say it and then he'll go into his rhetoric on where he say it. Here's the first clip.
Oh.
Myron,
dude, what is he doing?
Fuck that guy, man. Fuck that dude.
These aren't gonna browbeat any of us, man. Yeah, no.
What is he doing?
Because they're behaving like. Here's another thing too that I've been very clear about is behavior. I don't necessarily consider it a skin thing. If someone's acting like an ignorant fucking dumbass, whether they're white, green, black, whatever you're behaving like a
do it.
Fun, huh? Yeah, that was the racist rhetoric of explaining to us what the N-word means. So for those who don't know, I think it was recently, over the last maybe 15 years, that word has been changed from a derogatory statement towards for black people to meaning an ignorant person. I think that was the way of it kind of glazing over what the word was really meant. Now, I'm saying here, I'm not going to be your teacher or not, but if you need to, just look it up. It's a derogatory statement, and what I've heard from what I don't know if this is factual. Correct me in the comments if you know the full word. You can use a textbook definition or you can use the origins of it, but it was made from the word Niger. And then when they used that, because of the region of Niger had Nigerians, they used it, the white colonizers or the white people back then who didn't know how to pronounce the country called it that. So to be honest, Myron is using this to reframe what the word means, and it just doesn't quite work. It doesn't work. That cake don't bake. I'm sorry. No, you're a bona fide racist. You're trying to shroud it, but you're very self-hating. And if that's not self-hating, I don't know what is. being that you're Sudanese and you're from the continent of Africa, and you are just sitting here using it, and I know what he's doing. He's trying to reverse psychologize that BS. He's trying to reverse psychology it because the dude was coming at him, and he was like, the dude was baiting the other guy to say it to him. And yeah, it was baited, because I'm going to tag the full video for you. I don't know if it got ripped down from YouTube yet, but I'm going to tag the full video in the comments so you can go to Tomfoolery. Shout out to Tomfoolery for engaging in and, you know, getting important cards. He does have a point where he talks, but you can see the whole video on his channel. But that wasn't it.
But wait, there's more.
Especially considering the fact that he is from Sudan, you know, he is Sudanese and he is black. It's like he's got a little bit longer of a leash to really tell somebody to off in a rather bombastic way that maybe I can't. So I think he's just taking a position of a free speech mother champion, and he's not going to apologize. And I'm not going to speak for him, but that is what my understanding is.
And then you got the white friends or counterpart who are sitting here defending him and saying what they think he means. He's a free speech loving dude, and this is what you've heard. He's Sudanese, so it's okay for him to say it. He could say it more bombastic the way he said. He could be more no holds bar. That's the way this guy is saying it. Now, what you don't understand is that by him doing that is giving y'all to gall to say it. Because yeah, you say it in your DMs now, but what happens down the line when you say it in the future? When you use that rhetoric and you saying, well, he's saying it to his own people, so why shouldn't I say it? If you get disrespect, there's likely other people are going to disrespect you too. And you know, none of y'all in that group chat and that little Aryan Brotherhood thing you guys got going on in there, inviting Myron that you guys don't give a damn about in, and y'all think y'all going to get a little orny, or not orny, but y'all going to get a little emboldened because he enabled you to go there and use this type of vocabulary or vernacular towards us. But I will tell you this, be careful and don't get too familiar, because you know where you can say it and you know where you can't. It's just some food for thought. But this is what happens when Myron, Mr. Self-hating, deprecating black man, or self-skin-hating black man, jumps in. And this is where they making it okay. His little white buddies is cheering him on to do this type of rhetoric. And where does it end? Where does it end? But it keeps going, and it gets worse.
Myron said that Myron's not black.
Myron, I will speak for Myron. He's a based giga chat, and that's all there is to it.
Well, I mean,
He's not black. He's a base giga chat. Really? Really? These are the people. He's not black. So this is where we're at. So they consider him a part of the Brotherhood, or the sister of the Aryan Brotherhood. I mean, when does he get his SS? When does he get the gray full press suit? Where does it go from there now? When does he get his sheets? Where does he get his burning cross? You know, this is the type of dangerous speech. This almost is borderlining hate speech. And it's not, I'm not here to sit here and say any race supremacy, but I'm like, you gotta admit, this is very, very egregious. This is just the start of it. First, you're picking out and you're blaming and you're naming, then you're bashing, then weapons get, then I'm gonna find you. Next thing you know, we're a sundown town. Then I know people are getting put in places they're not supposed to be and dangled from places they're not supposed to be at either. Or little people getting hurt. And there's a history that this country wants to constantly forget. And you know, I hate to get to the political stuff, but this is just too crazy to not even acknowledge. You know, you don't want to really acknowledge this. You know, I kind of want to really uplift my brothers on one of the things I can say, a good thing that I can say about him and Fresh and Fit. I mean, the whole show is that they do give good financial advice. It's very sound. They bring guests on the show where it does provide a value, but this is just too much. It's too much. where do we, it's a lot. It's a lot. And then here is the like icing on the cake. You're going to hear it. I'm going to mute a lot of it and edit as much as I can. I'm going to try to catch it as quick as I can and edit it. But it's, you just hear it for yourself. That's all I can really say. Just hear it for yourself.
I'll finish it for him. Now shut the There you go. You're welcome. You got what you needed. You're nigga. None of you scare me. I will say what I want to say, and I've been doing this for years. Censorship, all this other bullshit. It is what it is, man. You guys are a bunch of pussy niggers. You got it right there. Get your clip. Put on YouTube. I warn you not to do that, though, because you might get canceled for putting that on there. But there's your clip, assholes. You're welcome.
Myron.
Now, sexism. Sexism is good. I'll tell you why. Because sexism promotes women being protected. It promotes men being protectors and providers. It promotes men being gentlemen. It promotes chivalry, etc. So I love it how the left always likes to use racism and sexism in negative ways, but they never talk about how it can actually be done in a positive light. Racism is a reality. Every single human being is racist to a degree, whether you want to accept it or not, because we all know we're crossing that. We see these three walking around at midnight in New York City, and we're all inherently sexist to a degree, because every single guy in here, if you have an inch of testosterone in your body and you see a woman struggling to pick something up, you're going to walk over and try to help her. Technically, that's sexist. But guess what? You did the right thing with being sexist. I think we're all okay with having two bathrooms as well. I don't think we like having strange old men in a girl's bathroom. That's sexist as well, because we want to have two bathrooms. So look, man, if the left wants to spin natural tendencies like sexism and racism as being bad, well, then call me bad.
So as you can see from that clip, he's basically painting sexism and reframing sexism and racism as being a force for good and not being demonized. And it's discrimination. Like, you're just discriminating. It's like, if you're discriminating, then you don't believe anyone's capable of good. Because like you said, everybody is a little bit of racism in everybody. It's not that a little bit of racism in everybody. It's just people. These are characteristics from people. There's stereotyping, yes, but it's people. I love fried chicken. I love watermelon. Watermelon is good for you. It is a fruit. It is a fruit that is good, that is packed with water. The body is 70% water. So I'm eating watermelon to nourish my body. So everyone who likes a watermelon is potentially an ignorant person or an N-word. Anyone who likes fried chicken, because I see, no point intended, a lot of Asian folk where I live in New York, they love them some fried chicken. And they are awesome at making their own, and they're awesome at making sour garlic chicken. They make their own brands of chicken. It's a part of the culture or trade they do. So you're comparing idiocracy. That's idiocracy. That's a horrible way to stand on to make your point. Maybe if you want to say that you could be self-aware of what's going on in your surroundings, or you could just be a better person or good or do better as a person to help someone. Men and women need help. If I got 10 bags and another dude sees me and want to give me a hand, give me a hand. If you see another woman, yes, women are physically weaker than us. So yes, we should help. But that's just being a decent human being. It takes a village. Help each other out. Look out for each other. You know, that's a whole point of becoming, you know, where we need to be as a people, as a race together. But it's just like this nonsense where that I'm more of a threat because of the color of my skin. Ask yourself this real question. Why is that? Let me know down in the comments. Why is that? Why are we looked at that way? And I don't want to hear this 13 of 50 nonsense that we're 13% of the population and 50% of the crime rate. No, I want something. I want tangible things. I want something. You're telling me that it was us that created murder, that created pain, anguish, and suffering. You tell us that. The worst case scenario, you walk across the street because some thugs. Last time I checked, we didn't drop a neutron bomb on a whole country. Last time I checked, we didn't experiment on people. So I want to know who's really the dangerous person in this.
group or be prejudiced against them. And so I would assume that after I hear people use demeaning language towards a
Here's
specific
another
group
thing too.
over and over.
Why is racism bad?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Let's ask a real question. Why is racism bad?
Racism is a discrimination and prejudice against people based on their race or ethnicity. Racism can be present in social actions, practices, or political systems that support the expression of prejudice or aversion in discriminatory practices. Excuse me. The ideology underlying racist practice often assumes that humans can be subdivided in distinct groups that are different in their social behavior and innate capacities that can be ranked as inferior or superior. Now, the fact that you actually had to ask why is it bad is just asinine in its own regard. You already know. I don't know what history books you've been reading, my guy, but you literally have your goose is freaking cooked. Like your brain is matter. Like it's like there's nothing in your brain. Do you not realize about, I want to say 80 plus or 80 before years ago or something like that, we had a world war because of racism? A world war. That means the whole world was at war because somebody thought their race was supremacy. To have certain features was deemed as supremacy. People died. Millions of people died. Gassed, shot, burned, turned into ash, or vaporized. Are you nuts? Have you lost your mind? This is madness. Like this
is blasphemy. This is madness.
All right. That's going to do it for me for this. I've had enough. Be sure to, if you like the content that you just watched, please like and subscribe. It helps me out on the channel, gets me put into the algorithm. It gets put into the algorithm. Yeah, I don't know what you think. If you have any thoughts on this, because this guy has literally lost his whole nerve. And there's just really nothing to, you can't cure ignorance. That's just pretty much at the end of it. That's all I got with this. Just if you have any thoughts, put it in the comments. By all means, please let us know what you think. What do you think? Is racism good? Apparently, racism is good. Sexism is good. Just isms are good. So as long as you put an ism next to your name, it's good. So you let me know what you guys think. Be back on the next video. Man, just try to do better out there, folks. I mean, for real, man. Stay safe. It's a crazy world out there. This boy lost his damn mind.